Sorry, folks. Some reason we lost our feed, but we're back here in the middle of fourth. I had to restart the stream. So, but we're back. So
I've been saying though, George, we need to replace our technical director.
we do.
I don't think he does a very good job.
It's odd though. We actually what ended up happening. Somehow we lost all internet out here for a minute, which was odd.
We are out here in the country.
So we had lost all internet out here for some reason, and then it came back. It was odd. So once we lost the internet, though, we lost the feed, but we got it back now.
Fastball in for called, strike one. Fastball in the dirt, 1-1.
In the turf.
Just gonna pretend like I didn't hear that. I tell you what, this Chelsea team swings at the high fastballs. That's a huge bonus for our pitchers. I think we can probably keep them off the board. We got to get our bats going. This is maybe the deadest I've seen our team, and the bats, everything. That was a good pitch. I don't know where that missed at. I think Clay just told Coach Dunn that it did not miss. Curveball fouled off, 2-2. Morgan is the batter. Homered in the first. And a called strike three on a curveball. That was amazing when we mix our pitches up, how much more effective we are as a pitching staff.
You like mixing them up, huh, Ricky?
You tired of hearing me say that?
No.
I'm tired of watching us spot 2 and 3 runs to teams in the first.
But I hear what you're saying, but.
And there's a first pitch strike, foul ball down the right side.
As I choke on my Dr. Pepper over here. No, I agree with you, but, I mean, it's tough, too. I mean, we have not really commanded the zone today. I mean, we've had times where we've been there, and then we've been low, we've been high, we've been inside, we've been outside. So I think some of that, you got to that kind of throws a little bit of an X into that whole formula there. But I don't disagree with your philosophy.
That's good because I didn't want to have to hurt you. There's a curveball in for called strike 2. 1-2 now. Fastball upstairs right here, George. Fastball upstairs. I like it. He knows what he wants to throw. He throws the fastball upstairs. It's popped up. I think that's going to get out of play, just out of the reach of Clay. Fortenberry stays alive. Curveball hit hard up the middle. That'll be a single. Chelsea their first base runner in a minute.
Interesting little walk-up song here.
Especially for this guy.
I'm cool and I'm sexy. Can't say I've ever heard that one at the ballpark.
I say it to you all the time.
Yeah, I know. All right, we need to double play. Turn it. We need to roll this one, and we need to get back in. I mean, the other thing about this is it doesn't feel like it, but it's been a pretty efficient game. Not a lot of base runners, moving pretty quickly here, and 4-0, Jags are going to run out of it at bats.
There's a pass ball there. Clay tried to pick that one too quick and got under his glove. Let the runner get over to second, and that's disappointing.
Coach who said dugout agreeing with you. Not a great pitch, but you got to block that one.
Yeah, you don't know. Coach Dunn will tell you this right now. You don't have to be a great coach to know that that was a mistake there that Clay made.
You know, it was interesting last night. Saw a lot of that in the JV game too. A lot of backhands and they ended up getting past him a lot of times. And you know, I think you probably coach the same way when it was Coach Sean at catcher. You know, didn't matter if there's anybody on base or not. You still try to block it. You don't ever want to try to get in that habit of not and doing it. And you're always thinking block if you know, regardless of guys on base, not on base, what the pitch is.
Yeah, just get it where it's automatic. There's no reason for it not to be. Because as soon as you think like, oh, there's nobody on base, and you forget there's somebody or something, so just block everything. And he just tried to pick that one.
You think this is as much a visit for Lucas as it is for Clay? Because he was giving Clay a little bit of noise there.
Yeah, giving Clay a little bit of noise, but he's. I think he's trying to just get some life. Like our team from the get-go today seemed really flat. I don't know if I've seen them like this the whole season.
No, I mean, they started off a little bit this way against Trustful, and then we got that home run, and they got it back. I mean, we got to get something going here. Like you say, sense of urgency.
Yeah, right now they seem like they're bored. They haven't been challenged lately. They look they're playing a 500 team that they know they should beat, but this is baseball, and even playing a 500 team like this, you'll lose games like this in a heartbeat if you come out here and just think you can coast through it. If you're thinking out there right now, the other 8 guys will get this done, and
you mean they won't?
7 or 8 more guys are all thinking that too.
No.
Yeah, that's what will happen in a heartbeat.
It's funny you mention that because I was talking with one of the coaches, kind of not off the record, but just about that the other day, and I told him one of the things that I saw that I think is his team's biggest challenge is sometimes I think because they've got so many that they do look sometimes for somebody else to step up and make it, and I think that could be the one thing that comes back and bites you because when too many people do that, or you always expect somebody else, and nobody does it, that's when you get beat.
And the heartbeat, see there's a base hit. That'll score another run for Chelsea. There's a double on a weak hit again, but just gets it right over the third baseman's head and to no man's land. You don't have to hit the ball hard. And you just can't have days like this with our bats where they're not throwing some superstar pitcher at us. I feel like they're throwing a guy that they expect to lose with.
I think they probably went with what they felt was their best shot today, unless depending on how their rotation set up. I agree with you though, but I don't think by any stretch of the imagination anybody would have expected that we wouldn't be getting hits off of this guy, like you said.
Yeah, he's got about a 78 to 80 mile an hour fastball and not a great curveball. So far just hadn't thrown impressive pitches. We've just been really lackadaisical at the plate.
But as we've talked, Ricky, we don't tend to, for whatever reason, we don't tend to do well with the slower, more Barry Zito type pitchers.
I think Barry Zito would eat our lunch.
Yeah, no, but you know what I meant. You got the analogy.
I know exactly what you mean.
You got the analogy.
I know what you mean, George.
You made a lot of money off that curveball.
And there's another fister out to right field, and Ron Cole's under it. The runner does not tag, and it was a great throw by Ron Cole. Woo! I wish he would have tagged. We'd had the third out. There's 2 away now.
Yeah, that was a great throw. Looks like we got a pinch hitter maybe coming in there. Number 22, has he been in the lineup, Ricky?
I don't know. I don't have numbers here for him, so.
Next up for the Hornets, number 22, Gannon.
No. Farr is what I think what he said his name was. Stallings is who's in the lineup right now. No, Stallings just flied out to right, so. Hughes was. This must be a pinch hit for Hughes. Called strike. 0-1, 2 away.
No damage done yet, Rick. I mean, with our bats, we turn this around quick, but we're going to need to turn it around this inning.
Ooh, good looking pitch. Coach Smith just asked if it's down. Umpire said yes, and then Coach Smith reiterated it wasn't down. It's definitely not. I think Coach Smith was wanting to hear him say it was inside or outside because it definitely wasn't down.
I would agree with that.
That one was up.
And that's what happens there, So now you take away, a legitimate pitch, and now pitch gets a little frustrated, and you get that up there.
Got 2-1's a count. Fastball fouled off, 2-2.
You know, this kind of reiterates that, and almost feel like that maybe the team didn't pick up onto it. You know, it's not what you've done, it's what you do, you know, in this area tournament. And so, I mean, very easily take this thing for granted. We could be sliding to a number 2, going on the road to play somebody, you know. We got to take care of business every day that we're out here.
And there's another one of those little bloopers, and that's going to score another run for Chelsea. And this is how you lose to a bad team is do this. Dink hits, no energy.
Yeah, and it just starts to, you know, nothing really happens, but it starts to slowly slip away from here. And before you know, it's out of reach.
Yeah, with the exception of the hit Morgan had in the first inning, they've barely touched a baseball this game and just get blooper hit, errors by us. Fastball misses up, 1-0.
With 2 down there, you know. And
I just realized our game changer has been frozen there for a while. There's a strike, 1-1. Curveball in, called strike, 1-2. So I feel like we could throw that curveball more.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's tried a little bit today. I mean, he had that one inning where he wasn't getting the rotation on he wanted. And I don't know where that missed.
Had to be out. Not by much.
Yeah, Clay. They just asked Clay, and Clay confirmed it was out.
A runner goes, and there's a pop-up. Should be handled by Battersby. Oh, Cole calls him off and makes a catch. That'll be the third out, but not before Chelsea adds 2 more. It goes up 4-1 over Spain Park. This is kind of how it was though Friday. You know, we were a little bit lackadaisical and down by 3 and.
Anything from the concession stand? I got a fast one.
Battersby leads off the 5th with a base hit.
Next up, right fielder, number 10, Ryan Cole.
Ryan Cole up to bat. J.R. Thompson, on deck. Called strike. Swing and a miss. Ryan ends up 0-2 now. 1-2.
Should I leave again? Should I leave again, Ricky? We got a hit.
Yeah. I think maybe you should. And there's a high pop-up. First base calls it. Makes the catch, and there's one away. Yeah, go, take off, George. Get out of here. Give the headset to Kevin.
Next up, center fielder number 14, John Robert Thompson.
Well, great at bat last time for JR. What do you see, about 12, 14 pitches?
Seemed like it.
Lots of fight. And they ended up that was a strike him out, throw him out, but got called strike 3 on the inside corner. But great at bat until that point.
Yeah, that 60-mile-an-hour curveball, if we don't start hitting, I don't really think it curves. It just kind of hangs in there. JR's the guy, though. He throws that again. I don't think JR let that one by. Fouls a bunt off. There's a base hit by J.R. Thompson. He's going to be into second, safe. Battersby moves to third. Ought to get a timeout by the Chelsea coach.
Chappie's coming in to pinch hit, too.
Chapman Blevins is going to come in and pinch hit. See, hitting for Burke. Smallwood will be on deck. One away here. Let's see, is there one out? No outs. One out. Yeah. One out. Runners on second and third. George, our game changer, has been frozen now for 2 innings. I wonder if it.
I'm telling you, there's been challenges with the internet out here today.
To play number 22, Chapman Blevins.
You know, JR getting a second on that was huge because now you bring now you bring 2 runs into play with a base hit.
You take a double play out too, which could have ended the inning. Slow curve. All right, well, at least it's not just your iPad. I guess something's wrong with the iPad in the dugout there because everybody's frozen at the same spot on Game Changer.
Yeah, it's the internet out here. Something happened. I mean, we lost total signal on two different hotspots.
There's a foul ball now, 0-2 to Chapman.
I'm not sure what Battersby was doing there. You either got to be going or going back. I mean, I know he was trying to make it tough, but if for some reason that guy catches that, all you got to do is tag him.
George, I think the whole Game Changer server is down or something because every game, none of the games are showing anything.
There it is. Is she
There's
going to
a
run?
hit to third base.
He's going to come home.
Oh,
Oh!
go home and miss. JR holds it third. Chapman is going to run to second on the air. Throwing error by the third baseman.
And why do you make that play? I mean, I know you got a
You're up by
three-run lead.
three,
You
that's
got a
right.
3-run lead. Get the out there. I mean, that is just not smart baseball, and we thank them for it.
Yes, we do. Because when we're playing as poorly as we're playing, we'll take another team helping us out.
Well, that's what good teams do too. They lean on you, make some mistakes. But again, that's just not. And I'm surprised that happens too. After you have the coach come out and kind of talk when the pinch hitter's coming up, I would think that that's something that you address.
Get down. Foul ball over, out of play. As Smallwood comes up to bat, one away. The tying run is on second base right now. Cole Edwards is on deck.
Third baseman, number 7, Evan Smallwood.
Not a great swing there by Evan.
It looked like he got handcuffed a little bit there. Went on a
did.
bad pitch there. Swung at a bad pitch inside, maybe thinking that slow curve was going to come inside on him. And that's
Takes
the one
a
he
strike on the outside corner.
That's probably the one he should have swung at.
Yeah, 0-2. Struck him out. Good curveball.
That wasn't the best sequence by Evan there. I think it started off. He swung at that ill-advised pitch to start and kind of handcuffed him and was kind of playing catch-up from the beginning there. You kind of felt.
Yes, I agree. Cole Edwards up to bat. Jacob Tobias is on deck.
But uncharacteristic of Evan. He's been pretty solid at the plate all through the season, and not to mention
let me tell you what went through my mind. I thought, Smallwood's a kind of a clutch player. Makes a lot of big hits in clutch situations and that type of thing. And I was about to say it, and I was like, I don't want to jinx it, so I'm just going to keep that to myself.
Yeah.
And
normally he does, and normally you're right. But anyways, we got Cole Edwards at the plate. Nobody. Jeez. I mean, it's been that kind of day for us so far. But a lot of it we've
check swing foul ball there on a pitch up in his eyes.
But a lot of it we've done ourselves. What do you check swinging there for?
I mean, I'll be honest, he has had a pretty high success rate of throwing fastballs right down the middle. And when Cole's watching that, I think he comes up there looking. He's trying to overthrow. Should be 2-0. It's 1-1, though.
Love to see one of those get away from him right there.
I'd like to see him put a fastball right down the pipe for Cole.
4-2 here. Jags in the top of the fifth. They're down by 2. Uncharacteristic to see the Jags trailing this late in the ball game this season, but showing some signs of maybe trying to break this inning up here with 2 outs.
Fastball misses a couple feet outside.
2 balls, 1 strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
You get your game changer back going again?
Nope. They're still showing Stallings up to bat in the 4th inning. And there's a 42-mile-an-hour curve that almost made it to the plate.
You give him nothing to hit here?
No, there's 0 reason to give him anything to hit right here. I hope he does, though. Throws him a curveball kind of in the zone.
I don't think you're not swinging at that 3-1.
No way you swing at that 3-1.
But,
and I think a lot of these umpires forget Cole's knees, the bottom of Cole's knees, about 20 inches off the ground. They love on those 12 inches off the ground pitches to call strike. Good pitch right there. Tried to sneak a fastball by him, and Cole got a piece of it, stay alive.
Dangerous to try to sneak something past Cole Edwards. Not many people do.
I think after the first weekend, he's probably only got about 5 strikeouts since then. I feel like he had about 7 or 8 in that first 3 or 4 games. And he walks in with a high off-speed pitch. It's going to bring up Tobias. I think this is going to get a pitching change here. Yeah, there's no way they're going to let him stay in the pitch to Jacob.
Got to make something happen here, Ricky. Can't stress it enough. It's interesting there. I don't know where their bullpen is. Their dugout's pretty wide. Maybe their bullpen's behind the dugout there. I did not see anybody warming up for them, but in the Looked like the relief pitcher did come out of the dugout, so. Second base. Chapman Blevins with some speed there on second base, so when you've got to figure anything gets to the outfield should be.
Right fielder's very deep and the line is wide open. So I'd love for Jacob jump on a first pitch fastball here. There it is, right in there. Saw this kid pitch this fall out at the Honor the Game League. Got good stuff. Throws a lot of strikes. Quickly down 0-2 without swinging the bat. It's not the time bring in this guy who pumps strikes and start trying to run the pitch count up.
Yeah, bases loaded, 2 outs.
Fastball's coming right here. Nope. They did not strike him out.
That was too close for comfort, though, Ricky.
I think it was strike 3. I don't understand at all like what happened there. I think the check swing went around too far, and the ball was a strike from everything I could tell.
I mean, unless it was outside a little bit, but
yeah. Talk about Chelsea fans being upset if Jacob gets a big hit right here. Fastball misses up now, 2-2. It's a big spot. Got to be sitting fastball here. Misses up again, 3-2. Runners will be going here on the pitch.
I think that he let that previous call get in his head a little bit.
Go, Sam. There it is, base hit. Nope, second baseman has it, makes the throw, and that'll end the inning. Spain Park strands the bases loaded, picks up 1 run there in the top of the 5th.
Second baseman has shown that second time today he's shown he's got some nice
And quickly, Lucas gets to 0-2 with the foul ball.
Love to see us get up and down, 3 up, 3 down right here and get the bats going again.
Yeah, we need to. We're running out of outs. And our 0-2 pitch misses 4 feet outside as usual.
A little higher, though.
Well, let's throw at least one competitive pitch after we get to 0-2. 2-2 now after the high and outside fastball. Curveball coming here. Fastball misses down.
Quickly as it was 0-2, it's 3-2.
Yeah. Haven't been very close. This would be a good time to drop one in. Nope. 4 straight balls.
That's disappointing there.
Very disappointing. That was not what we were looking for. About that at all.
I think they may be expecting him to go here. Definitely put something on.
Yeah, he definitely likes to run. There's a bunt down the first baseline. That is foul, thank goodness.
Would have gotten the out nonetheless, but the runner definitely would have advanced.
I agree. No way you could have beat that out.
But not a bad place to put the bunt. I mean, you definitely sacrifice yourself, but you're making sure there's no chance to get your the runner advancing.
Oh, that's my favorite place to put the bunt is over down the line. He got that one a little hard. You know, you'd like to kill it about a third of the way down there. Going to make it where if the first baseman feels it, he's got to run 2/3. The catcher's got a long run coming out of the crouch.
Ooh. That looked pretty good pitch to me. Gotta love to see that right there. Don't see a guy square around a bunt and just completely miss the ball these days.
I like it, though, because now he's got 2 strikes on him, 1 and 2 count.
Does he have the confidence to keep the bunt on with 2 strikes here?
No chance.
I mean, you're asked to bunt. You at least got to get the bat on the ball.
Runner's gone. Throw is off the mark, goes out to center field. So with no outs, Chelsea has their leadoff batter on second.
After starting off 0-2 and then 4 consecutive balls for a walk.
The thing is, too, is when, I can't remember his name, and since Game Changer's down, number 25 that's on second base for Chelsea, you know he's going. He's gone every time he's got on base. We threw him out once, but and there he goes again. Foul ball.
I like it. Clay just gave him a look like, do that again. Let's see what happens here.
Well, I'll be honest, though. That's on Lucas right there. Lucas didn't look at him. He took off running. He was halfway there before Lucas even started to the mound. Curveball fouled off. Count stays 2-2.
How many pitches Lucas had on the day?
I have no idea. He was at 65 in the 4th inning. If that helps you out any.
No, doesn't.
We're
still frozen?
Oh, yeah, we're still frozen. 3-2. Fastball misses up. Lucas got to be up around the 100, 110 mark.
And it's going to be
An out to second base, pop up, and that'll hold the runner with one away now. Battersby makes the catch. Little check swing off the fist, flare out to second.
thought we were going to get another flare. I'm sorry.
Fastball, swing and a miss. Strike one. Finally get a little relief from the sun, George.
I felt like I was getting, I'm sure only half of my face is going to be burned because of the wood, the side, so I'm going to look like, oh, they got him in a pickoff.
And he's out. There we go. We needed that, 2 away. George, where's the QR code?
Where's my bag? Is there one in my bag? Here, I'll get it for you. Okay. Hold on. Okay.
There we went. Had 0-2 and walked him. Coach Smith's going to come make a pitching change here. Yeah, strike 3 was not called strike 3 there on that batter, and pretty frustrating, but it's got to be even there, I guess. One of their guys got the same thing happen. Thornton comes out. Wish I could give you a wrap on the stats for the day, but Don't have those. And we're going to bring in Blake Patrick.
Blake Patrick in for the Jaguars in relief. Lucas Thornton. I was still going to put one runner on for Chelsea there after the walk. Spain Park here in the bottom of the fifth. Trails 4-2. Has not been overly impressive today. Just been a little flat. Had a little opportunity to get things going in the last inning and just slipped away from them. And so Chelsea did make a pitching change in the last inning. So Jags going to see what Blake Patrick hopefully shut it down here and get the bats going again. Only down by 2. Plenty of time left for the Jaguars if they can get it going here and they get into the dugout here in the top of the 6th. All right, here we go. Back in action here. Blake Patrick on the mound for the Jaguars. First action for Blake here in area play. Good miss to start. A little low, but if you're going to miss, that's where you want to miss. Great pitch right there. Great pitch by Blake Patrick. Live there all day, Blake. 1 ball, 1 strike. Blake does an error to runner on first base that goes to Lucas Thornton. Ball just a little low. Good pick by Clay Spencer. I think if you're one thing though, that you told Blake, if you're the pitcher coach coming in here, work ahead, work ahead. I mean, we're not as worried about it. We just need the out.
Yep.
Another great
Called
pitch.
strike.
Oops. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Man on first. Ricky back in his chair.
I'm here.
Oh,
Swing and a miss.
and you know-
Strike 3. That was a good pitch.
was even more impressive than that
Well-
is the pick by Clay because that was low, and to be able to go ahead and pick that, take that, and then go ahead and pick that before it was tipped and pick it before it hit the ground there was impressive there because that was pretty low.
Well, what I was just telling these guys over here is Blake's curveball is his best pitch because he's the only guy I think that we have on our staff, maybe JR, that throws a hard curve. His curve looks so much like his fastball out of his hand, and that's why we don't get that swing with most of our guys, a swing and miss on that pitch. But got it there on Blake because his curveball comes hard, doesn't have a huge break to it, but it's a sharp, quick break right at the end, and really like that pitch.
So you see how
All right, Clay Spencer leading off the top of the 6th for the Jags.
You know, I'm not complaining here, Ricky, but I feel like I got worked over by that sun, man. I feel like the right side of my face has been beat on for the first 5 innings.
I think
I mean,
you might have smart-mouthed Wendy last night, and that's why
I've been squinting hard. I mean, not my eyes. I mean, my eyes. It's almost like if I'm not squinting, I don't feel good.
Curveball misses away, 1-1. Tell you what, man, when they bring a reliever in, he's got a lot of pitches he can throw, and he's pumping fastballs down the middle for a first pitch. I know we like to work counts. I think work counts get the starter out, but at this point, man, you jump on that fastball down the pipe.
I agree. At this point in the game, when you're down and you're trailing and you only got 6 outs left, you're swinging at what looks good, and I think that's probably has been told to him. But score update: JV lost to Hewitt Trustful tonight in their Metro tournament, 13-3. So a tough one for JV. Took a loss last night against Vestavia, a very good Vestavia team. Jaguars start off the Metro tournament. JV Jaguars start off the Metro tournament a little bit in the hole.
Good job there by Clay to hang on. That was a pretty good curveball, and he got a piece of it, fouled it off, stayed alive.
So
right here, I feel like this guy wants to sneak a fastball by Clay. 2-2. He tried, but he was way outside on that one.
Yeah, and it almost looked too. I mean, did you see him? It almost looked like he kind of tripped himself up a little bit in his windup there. I haven't seen him stop for quite that long as he did on that pitch in his windup. He came to a complete stop and almost looked like he wanted to restart.
Well, watch how close his feet get together. I never really like a pitcher's feet to get that close together. There's a great walk and a great at bat by Clay. And you know what? Do we care how Clay gets on base?
We do not.
We do not.
We don't care if it's a hit, a walk, a hit by a pitch, an error.
Jacob Bird is in to run for Clay in a speed-up roll.
This is where you'd love to see Matthew Weidrer pull that one right down that line like he loves to do.
Look at what they're giving him down there. They have the right fielder deep and shaded way over towards center.
Chelsea looks like they're prepared for a bunt here. Not sure if you do that with this batter here at this point. I know.
Ball misses inside. It's hard to miss inside without hitting Weidrer. He likes to get up on the plate. So.
He does, and the catcher actually ended up behind him there. So
yeah, I feel like that ball barely grazed his knees, and catcher wanted it outside. Oh, and he's overthrowing here now, and he's missing with his fastball all over the place.
But to your point, too, I did not notice him getting it. Granted, he was only in for one batter in the previous inning. Did not notice him, though, getting his feet that close together and becoming that deliberate with his stop.
I noticed it right out of the gate.
Of course you did.
There's a good pitch in for a called strike, 2-1. I think if he throws that one to Weidrer again, that ball might get hurt.
It could.
I think he was probably taken all the way there, but he won't be now.
Oh. Now, how's that a strike when,
And that's what I've been complaining about on this is that ball's been 50% of the time a strike, 50% of the time it's been a ball.
We end up having to go to a relief pitcher on that pitch like the last inning because it's a ball.
Yeah, 2-2 now. Yeah, he's thrown some lower. They've thrown some lower than that got called strikes. They've thrown some that were 6 inches higher than that were called balls for being too low. It's just the inconsistency. And the thing is, too, is this umpire's only like 5'1", and it seemed like getting the eye on that low pitch wouldn't be hard.
Is he taller than you?
Yeah. Picked a curveball out of the dirt and then brought it up 2 feet to put it in the zone and tried to hold it there for a minute.
For the frame?
Did not trick the umpire on that one. I don't know how. He had me fooled.
Did he?
No. Three-two pitch here to Weidrer. Birds on first. No outs. Runners in motion, and we pop it up out to the third baseman. He makes the catch, and Bird gets back to first base. Just not Weeder's day at the plate today. Unfortunate, but seems like we've got 7 or 8 guys that are having that day today. Battersby's up. He had a base hit his last at bat.
Battersby.
He could use that again.
Where we one out here, and Battersby at the plate.
Curveball misses wide. Yep, 1 away with Battersby up.
So you think they stick with Blake here, get in the next inning, or you think they?
Yeah, if his mechanics stay intact and he can get the ball in the zone, I think he's a good pitcher to throw. Besides JR, he's our next fastest guy, but I think his curveball is the most problematic. And if he can locate it, like he did in the last inning there, I'd probably stick with him. Tobias is, I think, still throwing down there. There's a hit right to the second baseman, and they turn 2. No, he pulled his foot, but I mean, I would appeal this to the first.
He looks.
base.
He looks.
Yeah, he looked. He was looking right at it behind the plate. He
And
pulled his foot. Yeah, see, this guy's an absolute imbecile in the field, though. He's screaming and yelling at Will, telling him that he had a good look at it. Well, he obviously didn't because his foot was off the base.
And I think that umpire actually looked at him to see if he wanted help.
Yeah,
So what are they going to do here?
nothing. He told him that no.
And I think he's going to tell him he pulled him off the base.
No, the umpire behind the plate watched him pull his foot,
And walked out towards him.
and then walked out towards him, and then just decided to say no, he didn't see it. Absolutely atrocious. I mean, don't get me wrong, we're hitting into double plays, and they should have turned the double play, but they should at least have to actually make the throws.
I agree.
All right, we're stuck with Blake here.
Sun's starting to wreak a little havoc on the pitcher now, too.
Ball 3. 3-1 count here. Bottom of the 6th. Then there's 5-pitch walk. That'll end the day for Blake Patrick.
used to be. It's like. Jaguars not playing fundamentally sound baseball today. Double down the line. Scores another run. Ricky just never have gotten the feeling like the Jags have been this one at all today from start to finish.
No, I was just sitting there thinking about it, and I feel like the Varsity Blues, when they went to the strip club all night and drank all night and then got killed the next day, I feel like that's what we must have done last night. I don't know. And not a knock on Chelsea. They're a okay team, but this is the worst we've played all season long.
Yeah, not knocking them, but they haven't done enough to be up 5-2.
No, everything that's gone wrong here is on us. And this Payne Park team is one of the best hitting teams I've seen out of a high school team in my life, and we are expecting the bunt here, down 5-2. He didn't square, but they brought Cole in to 10 feet away. I'm glad he didn't turn on one there. He did try to bunt that one, fouled it off. 1-1.
Almost got the feeling like they felt like just showing up today was going to get them the win.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, you look at this Chelsea team's records. They've got a lot of bad losses and been very mediocre all year. But so you know, you can't win by just showing up. You got to actually come out here and play. Pops the bunt up. We're gonna not get the out at first. It's gonna be safe. So runners at first and third with no outs. And he just takes off to second base as we're not paying attention. I believe they just brought somebody up from the 8th grade team.
Hornets number 7, Aiden Craven.
A little bitty sucker right here. Is that your second nachos today, George? Is that
Yeah, well, because the last time I got them, we got a couple of runs, so I thought, okay, I might we'll try the superstitious thing, but it wasn't supposed to get them runs.
Well, maybe I should go get some. The look on Coach Smith's face right now sums up exactly how I feel. Another ball, 3-0 count.
This holds this way, which I have no expectation to believe that it won't, the way we've been playing.
No.
I'm not sure I'm going to be on that bus on the way home.
There's a called strike. There's a foul ball for, gets the count full. Tell you what, Tobias battling back, getting a strikeout here would be very helpful. Still only down by 3, but I don't imagine we're suddenly going to want to play baseball after
Well, and there's
6
nobody out.
innings.
And
And there's a poke out to left field. That's going to fall, and that'll score a run. I got the route at third. Tried to advance. Good throw there. Was that JR or Weedra? I think JR.
plus nobody's at home, so I had to do dinner on my own tonight, so I figured I'd just do it here. All right. That's kind of the way things have gone. He puts it out for a home run. It's going to make it 8-2. I think here now, though, what you got to worry about is
This is
Next up for the Hornets center
definitely
fielder, number 25, Chris McNeil.
the low point of this team's season.
You know, and I guess, I mean, that's what you see. You know, and this necessarily doesn't end up being a bad loss if you bounce back from it and it's handled the right way and you use this as the moment it needs to be, because you are going to probably get a loss somewhere along the way you know, from this point forward. So you need to see how your team responds and how they respond. You know, so if they respond, you know, in kind and come back and just take care of business and take care of business handily on Thursday, then I think you take this loss and you say, probably not the worst thing in the world as we head further down into the playoffs. But if they do the reverse, I mean, could be an early exit, and that would be extremely disappointing for this team.
Yes, it would. Yeah, I mean, because going on the road to Bob Jones is not what anybody's looking for. There's a fly out to left field. Weidrer makes a catch.
Yeah, oops, so nobody on second base. My bad. Forgot to clear that. Ball caught Clay up in the throat there. 50, one of your 58-foot fastballs that you like to call so often. Clay taking a little bit of a beating back there today.
Clay is taking a beating in about every aspect of the game today. He has had a very rough day so far. How about this, though? The Game Changer's back up and working finally. Vestavia Hills are up 5-0 over Tuscaloosa County. Tuscaloosa County, I tell you, is a team I thought early this season would probably win or battle to win that division. All right, Coleman is going to come in here. Coleman Gray's going to come in and take over for Clay Spencer.
There you go. I got you. There you go. Probably not a bad play to get him out there down 8-2. He's taking a beating back there. All it takes is one to, you know.
Yes. Thompson's up on Hoover 4-0 in the fourth.
Here we go. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Jags trail 8-2.
Oak Mountain's up in the top of the 5th, 1-0 over Hewitt Trustful.
3 balls, no strikes. Comes back with a strike right down the middle. Full up now. Great pitch there. Way to battle back, Jake Irwin.
A hit. Smallwood fields it cleanly, makes a throw, and it's to the fence.
Kind of been the story of the day, huh, Ricky?
Yeah.
Sat back again on that one a little bit like he did Friday night. And guess almost felt like he had a little bit too much time, and throw goes wide. Cole Edwards could not get off the base to get it. Fortunately, short fence there. Holds up only 2. Actually had a chance to make the play there at second,
Pitch
but
runner number 1, Dirty Brown. At the plate for the Hornets, the DH number 8, Walker Thomas.
I guess if there's a certain number of these you got to get in, let's get them all in now, right?
That's it. Good block there by Coleman. First ball I think we've blocked tonight. Big swing and a miss there by Thomas. Count to 1-1. Way out in front of that one. Another good block and a curveball in the dirt.
That's the other thing too tonight. It's just our misses have not been close.
No.
You know, where you can even get a chance to get them to go chase. I mean, we have done ourselves zero favors tonight.
Foul ball, 2-2 now. Yeah, tomorrow is going to be I don't think a teaching and coaching baseball, but teaching and coaching attitude and desire type of thing. You can't really coach desire, I understand that, but
I don't
you've
think
got to wake them up. Have this much talent, come this far. Big strikeout by Jake Irwin in the inning. Great job there by Jake. But yeah, I think, this is one of those deals where you've come too far. A team with this many veterans on it shouldn't be in this position just because they show up flat and feel like they can cakewalk through a 500 team.
Hornets get 4 runs off 3 hits, none left on base after 6 completes. Your score.
Tell you what, too, I'm going to be pissed if we have to go on the road. I was looking forward to setting up at home and being in my own bed. Huh? You think? Is Bob Jones that good? Who do we get? Austin at home then? Huh? Oh, James Clemens. They got the number 2 there.
Leading off right, number 10, Ryan Cole.
All right, top of the 7th here, down by 6. Gonna need a lot of runs to extend this one.
Called strike, 0-1. Well, we don't swing the bat. We have zero chance to actually win.
Yeah, we don't need to be working deep here. We need to be swinging at strikes.
Yeah. Fastball at his head. 1-2. And there's a curveball right down the middle.
Were there any swings at that?
Nope, not a single swing.
I think mentally we've lost this one too.
We lost this one mentally from the get-go. That's been our problem the whole game.
I think we just go ahead and start telling everybody. Be out at Spain Park Thursday night, 5 o'clock. Jags will host Chelsea, which will be a area championship game more than likely.
Well, 100% will. The winner of that wins the championship.
So the winner of the Thursday night's game will get the number 1 seed, be able to host in the first round, and the loser will be going on the road in regional play. So love for you to be watching us on the broadcast, but our preference would be that you be out there at the park live if you can to cheer on the Jags in person. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out here, top of the 7th. Aiden Burke on deck. John Robert Thompson at the plate. 3 balls, 1 strike. Did not go.
He did go.
Oh, we did?
Well, it didn't really look like it, but he called it.
I did not
The
realize
umpire said he did.
Oops. I thought he gave him the ball on that one. My bad.
Now we got a 3-2 count.
Did he appeal that down there?
He did not. He just turned and called it a strike. Oh, anytime he doesn't like to talk to that guy because that guy's a psycho out in the field.
Pitcher doesn't like the ball for some reason.
It looks like you, George.
Throwing out, just lobbing it.
No, the ball looked like you.
Oh, yeah.
Pitcher looked at it and he said, "I don't want this one." All right, there's an error by the second baseman. JR will get to second base. There's another throwing error. Luckily, somebody, whoever that was, shortstop, I guess, made a diving catch to save that one from the outfield.
I'm giving him a hit on that, man. That was a tough play by the third base. He was running away, still from first base with his momentum, and tried to make that throw. I don't think there are many people that make that throw. I'm giving him an infield hit on that and then second on the air.
Javi Baez would have made that easy.
Yeah, I'm sure he would have. But that to me, that's a base hit all the way. That's a tough throw to make by the second baseman running away, and he just kind of threw it over there. Probably, really, the first baseman should have come off. He shouldn't have stretched for that one, knowing that he probably had no chance of getting him.
Well, he definitely gets to second base on an error.
No, I said that. He gets the second base on there, but I think he gets the hit. What they scored on Game Changer, it's all locked up again for you.
There it goes. We're about to find out.
They do. They give him the reach on the air. I think that's a tough play for the second baseman. He was running deep into that hole, and the second baseman's made some great plays today, but he threw that ball running away from first base.
I think he fielded and got it off in time, though, to get him out if he makes a good throw. And so you can't not rule it an error there because of that fact alone. The throw was just nowhere there. There's a hard hit ball to the second baseman, and this time he throws it in the dirt, but the first baseman picks it. JR moves to third. That's 2 away now.
All right, get back to the top of the lineup. Having Smallwood here. So, Jags have done some crazy things this year. I'm not sure we've scored 6 runs with 2 outs.
I think we have against somebody, but I don't expect it tonight. But those games we were also already up. I think we scored 7 against Oak Mountain with 2 outs a couple weeks ago. So ball that's going to score J.R. Thompson, I believe. Yes, he will score. All right, 8-3. Pass ball.
There you go. Coming back. One at a time. Chopping wood, chip away, right, Ricky?
That's it right here.
One chop at a time.
Couple dinks and dunks, and we're right back in this thing.
You know, that's the thing, too. We talked about it earlier is, you know, taking nothing away from Chelsea, but they did. They had a few C&I, ground balls, a C&I little pop fly out there. They found the spot, off the, some fisters and stuff. Those only really hurt you if you let them hurt you, and we let them hurt you by not doing what you're supposed to do, and that's what we did. And those things added up and stacked up, and then the next thing you know, it's 8-3.
Well, I tell you, so I was talking to some guys before the game, and I was asking what their feeling was about us not, because I think we're about the only team right now that's not playing non-area games through this 3-week stretch. Yeah. And I feel like, only playing 2 games a week after we've been playing 4 or 5 just about the whole season, you can, get a little stale, or your guys get off. Like, our bats have just been murdering the ball for the last month and a half or so. Pitching's been fantastic, and then all of a sudden now we're struggling to throw strikes, and that'll end it right there. Strike 3 looking to Smallwood.